Hey people of the realm, and welcome back to the channel. As you have seen in some of your games, there are some rare race of supports who can actually carry games harder than even a DPS can and actually get top PLs and well above 40k damage, which is actually substantial damage from a support when healers are dubbed as heal bots by 90% of the Paladins community. Finding a good balance between being offensive and defensive as a healer is difficult, but there is a lot of decision making involved to actually play supports at the highest level. You are just not a heal bot, you have to remember that, but an important champion in your team as well who have utility and other means to actually win the game other than healing. So here I have 15 amazing tips to hopefully raise your support play up to that next level, so you can now blame your tanks for feeding instead of them blaming you for healing.
Found a friend for you to play with.
So without further ado, let's get into the first few tips.
I won't cry. I'm a big boy.
Fuck you, Khan. Tips for support player number 1. Firstly, the tip that everyone would ask when to be aggressive with a healer, well my dear friends, use your range as your advantage. You deal quite a lot of poke damage, as you can see in the background video. I am peak shooting while healing, but I only go for peak shots when I see a stun target and I see my teammate needs a bit of extra damage to go in. I do not rush in, of course, but I give poke damage from afar while having a constant line of sight on everyone to heal them and run back. Tip number 2. Know your limits. You don't need to contest the payload or contest the point if someone say they will. Do not feel the need to even go near the point in those cases. Stay in a safe position unless you are told to do so, like can you try and touch it, can you cap or push, or can you chase someone, something like that. Supports are never meant to be too aggressive nor defensive. Supports are meant to be supportive. Yes, I know it's very cheesy, but that's how it goes. You are the mastermind of the team. Do not let this get to your head. I know your support mains are looking at this very cheekily. So information needs to be given sharp as possible. The more information you give, it will help your team more. The moment that you are quiet, it is already a loss. Communication is the key to win. So remember to learn the VGS system. Most important out of the VGS system being VBE,
Enemies behind us.
VB1,
Enemies on the left flank.
VB2,
Oh, enemies up the middle.
VB3,
Enemies on the right flank.
VH8,
Help!
and most importantly, always spam this when you play Brock, VRR.
Run away!
Don't waste cooldowns on stupid things. For example, Dambagord can be used on point instead of throwing it to heal just one ally. Try to give more on point so you can actually build ult charge faster as you are dealing damage to the enemy tanks, helping whittle their HP down faster, and also healing your own tanks to gain more ult charge.
Hey, hi, Rez. I got something for the heart, boys.
Support ults manage to turn a team fight upside down if used wisely. Sometimes solo ulting someone is a better option than saving it for a 5-man ult, as it brings a fight to a 5 versus 4. For example, in the background in pro play, Mitao uses his Dumbo ultimate in outstanding ways to get a 4-0 win against NIP. Remember to heal yourself as well. For example, placing an Ying illusion to heal yourself in the backline instead of healing an Inara who just got hit by a Fernando fireball for only 450 damage while you're still sitting at like 25% health is not beneficial. Use of an illusion for yourself, or in Damba's case, a gourd for yourself, so that you can survive in a fight for much longer. Your life matters as well, so always keep yourself healthy and alive. If you die in a fight because you heal someone that is in a fight with almost above 75% health while you're below even 25% and you die, that fight is going to go in favor of the enemy no matter what happens. So keep yourself healthy and keep yourself safe. Do not tunnel vision yourself. Always look around after popping a heal to check for your allies for who is low and who is taking damage. Make sure to look at the top left side of your screen to check HP bars to know who is low and who is going to need the heal next. If you don't have this turned on, please go into your options menu and make sure that this is turned on, as it shows both ult charge and HP bars, giving you a lot of information. Do not listen to VHS spammers, of course. And if you actually find a VHS spammer, just let them die and emote on their corpse. Wait, just don't be toxic. That's just me.
High res.
Anyways, don't go for risky heals, as if like chasing your teammate, such as a teammate is dying very far out of line of sight and very overextended, do not feel the need to chase them. Just using your cooldown to get to that teammate is going to put you in a very bad position where you are going to die with your teammate, where the heal didn't even matter and you died, and everyone else on your team also dies because you are dead. As a healer, your primary role is to survive and support the team. So be calm, walk slowly, use every single map layout to heal your team. If they blame you for not healing, don't fight back and just say sorry, I couldn't reach you in time. Always remember to play around cover whenever playing a support. That is very important when it comes to playing supports at higher levels. Always consider for the fact that when playing a support, you should always pop heal around cover so that you take minimum amounts of damage while being able to heal your allies. That's why some supports are always taken over others. For example, Ceres can heal through walls, Genos can heal through walls, and Damba has infinite range, so he can just pop heal someone off of a wall and just get back out immediately. Those type of things always matter when supports are taken into consideration of what map which support should go for. So always remember, play around cover. You can also do callouts like this as well while staying in a safe position, but considering how Paladins voice chat can be sometimes, it could end up something like this. So yeah, have a cookie.
Заткнись ты, блядь, индейский.
Okay.
Tip number 9. Always run into your team if you are being flanked. Do not just run away from the flankers, but run into your team so they can support you properly. If your DPS don't help you at all, just run past them and let them take the brunt of the damage and give them a taste of their own medicine so that you can grab their attention. If the team help you but you still die, that's unfortunate. Just be calm and never get angry. You need to have a strong mentality when playing a support, so just be like, yes, you guys tried to help, give positive reinforcement instead of just screaming at them for like why did you let me die? That's not how it works. But if your teammates are just chasing a billowing Xin and you get your ass handed to you by an enemy flank, then you can scream re as much as you want. Be my guest.
That there was a fine piece of work.
Tip number 10. Abuse high ground advantage when playing support. Try and always stay at an elevated level during a fight. You will gain a bird's eye view over the entire battlefield. You'll be able to keep an eye on all of the flank routes, and especially play at a safe range so you can heal and damage as you see fit without the enemy being able to pressure you as hard as they could if you were on low ground. Always remember, don't get staggered, which means die late from a team fight. If you're the last one alive and the enemy team is all alive, then you should always try and go for environmental hazards or try and contest the points so that the enemy cannot get extra points, so they will have to kill you faster because they're wasting time. Always remember, staggering as a healer is one of the worst things that you can do for your team. That's very important, that you should never stagger yourself. So always go kill yourself in either environmental hazards or run onto the point and contest it, so you get some more credits and you waste the enemy's time, forcing them to kill you faster. Healing ahead of time. For some supports like Moldamba, Genos, and Ceres, you should heal the person you think is going to take the damage rather than waiting for them to take the damage. In case of Damba, it is simply putting Core or Amending Spirits on whoever you think is going to get into a fight first, and in Genos' case, put your mark near spawn on a flank before a run out, so their initial poke will do a lot more damage, and you have a secondary heal ready for someone else if need be, or you can heal the fort again so they get the damage boost. Prioritization. Healers need to know who to heal at what time. For example, imagine a scenario where you are Maldamba, your Inara and Eevee are both low at the same time. In this case, your Eevee can heal herself with her flicker card and usually save herself, but your Inara cannot. She is completely dependent on you. On the other hand, there is a tank like Fernando and Terminus who should only be healed when they put up their shields to block COD. Instead of healing those tanks under COD 3, you should heal your DPS instead, as every single heal on them changes their time to kill in a duel, and a single heal can result in your DPS getting a kill and hence snowballing the enemy. Taking accurate decisions as a support is very important in these cases. Healing the DPS is important as healing the tanks, so always remember your DPS duo, the person you are going to be staying with most of the time, needs heals as well as the tanks, so always keep your eyes on them as well as your front lines. Utility. Supports tend to have some form of utility: Pip Slow, Grover's Cripple, Damba Stun, Geno's Grip, etc. This is why Ceres and Ying are regarded as heal bots, since they do not have much utility, unless you consider Agony as utility, in which case have fun trying to heal your flanks who are like 5 miles away from you due to the lack of range. When you are playing Damba, suppose there is a Xin pushing you. You stun him, then ult him, then stun him again. That lad is going to cry himself to sleep since he has never stood a chance against you because of how much utility you have.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Next time he's gonna have to buy resilience before rushing you. It's utility like this that you need to keep up in between your heals. Just one stun can change the game. However, don't forget, you cannot let it get in the way of your healing since it takes the priority. It's how they manage their damage and utility which separates a good support from an outstanding one. So always remember, prioritize healing and utility comes second. But if you are being pushed, you should not be thinking of actually healing a person. Yes, giving pop heals. Like, as you go up higher in the ladder, you need to learn how to do combat healing. So you are focusing down someone, but you should always know how to pop heal. Let's say flick onto your ally who's helping you, pop heal them and keep going back to shooting. That is actually going to help in the TTK of the fight and also let your ally snowball. Zoning. During the zoning phase of your team, after a point fight takeover, do not be afraid to leave the point for a split second to land some pop heals on your allies to change the time to kill during a fight. It may change the flow of the zoning phase, where the enemies will be able to push in as one of your players are down, as they can't zone properly due to low HP. But only do this when the point is below 86% or 85% capture. Otherwise, it is more beneficial to stay on the point and just hold it and get the full capture than over from the touch or take over from your enemies as you are pushing forward to actually grab a pop heal. But always wait on the point for your allies to come towards you and take angles so that you can see your allies. All maps have certain angles where you can see people due to proper zoning, and most healers have that range capability, such as Maldamba, Ying, Ceres, Genos, to actually pop heal from the point while still capturing, Genos having his through all heals and Damba having infinite range on his Mending Spirits. And with that, the support guide comes to a close. Thank you all for watching, and this was honestly one of my most highest effort videos I did up till now, taking over 1 week to get the clips and the editing done. Special thanks to Cruel Steel, who helped me out with the editing and learning how to use After Effects and certain aspects of Premiere. He is going to also make my channel logo, so keep an eye out for that in the future. I'd also like to thank Bearded Gunner as well. As you saw in some of the clips, he helped me gather them. And I have to give a special thanks to my team captain, the captain of the clan that I am in, Dark Dwellers. You should really consider joining. The link will be down below in the description for the Facebook page. And he really helped me make the script, and I would also like to thank him and Lillian, who collabed to make some of the certain tips in the script. Thanks also to my amazing friends who are found on this Discord server, so please do join for memes, laughs, and to help out in future content. So anyways guys, I held you all for long enough, and I'll see you in the next one, which is going to be an EV Guide Part 2, a final sequel that I'm going to be working on for my EV Guide Part 1. So cheerios people, and bust some nuts in rank. I'll see you in the next one.
Love is why I'm rapping. Love is the main reason for how all of this happened. Love for all my fans, love for all the shows. Got love for all my memories, no matter where I go. Even if I'm out to nothing, I know there's always something. It's not a fitness test, but it'll always keep me running. One good thing about music, when it hits you feel no pain. So I keep it close to me, make sure it never goes away. From the start, I knew it in my heart. If I made one person happy, then I know I did.